Yo, what's going on YouTube? Hope you guys are having a great day so far. In today's video, I am basically touching over all the questions I get asked on Twitch, YouTube, TikTok, fucking Reddit, literally everywhere. Basically, I'm going to be going through my settings I use for Warzone, the class setups I usually run, the perks, all that. All the stuff you've all been asking for, it's going to be in this video. Most of these settings are used by pros, by most PC players. So if you are looking for like pretty much the best settings on YouTube, you know, like Nick Mercs does all the time, whatever you want to call it, I'll be showing you guys what's going to be the best for your system. So I guess to start out, we'll be going over my graphic settings. Basically, how everything is set is everything is on low. Now, to start off the top, I have it in full screen borderless. This is for my ease of use when I do streaming. You know, I have to go back between my one screen and the other screen right here to my left, so it's just easy to go back and forth. If you want the lowest latency, you want to do full screen. And actually, I just did some thumbnails, so I have to turn that back down to low. But one thing you guys definitely want to do with settings, the render resolution, I just at 100, 16:9, VSync completely off. Custom frame rate limit, you guys want to set this to unlimited, because apparently for some reason this game, when you put it to like a custom frame limit, it makes the game run worse. So just put it to unlimited, let your system go beyond the Call of Duty basically, and try to run as much frames as it can. I have the low latency enabled plus boost because, you know, yeah. But honestly, I just try to get as low latency as possible when I'm playing Warzone. Sometimes I'll have insane ping. Like, sometimes I'll have the single digits ping in some of my lobbies, which is fantastic. And it probably have to do with this. Now, going into the actual graphic settings for Warzone, pretty much everything is set to low. One thing I do have high is the particle quality, because the particle quality, if it's set on low, this is a personal preference, it looks like shit. So I have it on high because it actually makes it look somewhat decent. Everything else disabled. Shadow map resolution, low. Cache spot shadows and sun shadows actually are enabled. Now this will both of these options will use more RAM. If you have 16 gigs of RAM or more, you probably don't even have to worry about it. I have 32 gigs, so don't even have to worry about it. This will just help out with future rendering within the game, so you know your latency and the frame rates will still keep up and stuff like that. It basically puts everything in a cache so that in the future when it's rendering, it has an easier time of doing so. Particle lighting low, direct ray tracing, don't even think about it. Okay, disabled, filmic straight, just 1.0, DLSS, disabled, anti-aliasing, please just turn that shit off. Please help yourself, turn it off. Motion blur is basically disabled, depth of field disabled, everything you see here, disabled as well. Basically, everything's almost disabled and at low settings. As you can see, the VRAM usage is pretty much non-existent. And if you guys wanted to know my sensitivity and stuff like that, I play at 9.5, 400 DPI. Everything is pretty much the same here. My ADS is relative. I do have a monitor coefficient of 1.78. Now, I'm not a guru with the monitor coefficient thing. I just know that 1.78 is meant for 16:9, so that's why I use it. I think 1.33 is used for 4:3. Go do your research. I don't know. I just do what the internet told me to. The one thing I do, however, have is my low zoom multiplier for my ADS sensitivity is 1.05, so it's 1.05 times my normal sensitivity, 9.5. That's for, as you can see here, that's for magnification less than 3.25. I just have it just because why not? I just gotten used to it. Disabled invert mouse acceleration 0, filtering 0, mouse smoothing disabled. Now, if you guys wanted my keybinds, I can go through everything and show you guys, but I'll probably just leave that to another video, or I'll make like a command in my Twitch stream for you guys to figure out my keybinds. But for the most part, graphics-wise, this is probably what you want to run if you're playing competitive Warzone, trying to maximize your frame rates. Now, every system's going to be different, so I have a 5600X, I have a 3070, 32 gigs of DDR4, 3200 megahertz RAM. So every system is going to be different. So just, you know, take it for a grain of salt. This is what I run. It might not work for you. However, this has been successful for me ever since I've been doing it. Now, the next section of this video, I got a lot of questions of what kind of classes I run in Warzone. Now, I do play more Rebirth than Verdansk, but it kind of goes both ways if I play regardless. I'm a very fast-paced player. I like to run around. I like to push stuff. I like to be as aggressive as possible in situations. So a lot of the time, I actually run like a long-range AR or LMG build. Kind of just like the standard, meta weapons. You have your task force, your agency, your axle 3 times, your field agent grip, and then I have serpent ramp just on here. But basically the normal builds for like your AR long range. My one thing I do like to do secondary wise is I like to run high mobility secondaries. That way, I can beam someone from long distance with my like assault rifle, my LMG, whatever. But if I need to push something, or if I'm in like a lot of close range engagements, I have the high mobility of a secondary to like pretty much like maneuver around and get some nice movement in, make sure I win most of my close-up gunfights. Perks are pretty standard. EOD, you got to protect yourself from the explosives. It's just, given in this game, especially Rebirth. You're always running into claymores and shit like that. Overkill, obviously, 2 weapons. And then I usually just run amp. That makes, weapon swapping faster. And, I just feel a lot more agile. Now, lethals, throwing knives, and tactical, sometimes I run a heartbeat sensor, sometimes I run a stun. It kind of just depends on, like, the classes and everything. But for the most part, I like to use, my favorite weapons in the game right now are the M13, the MG. I love the Kar 98K. Always have, always will. It's pretty much been the sniper to use ever since the game came out. And I always love to try out new stuff, too. Like, right now, I'm running an XM4 that's pretty much built out for mobility. There's no barrel on it. It's pretty much close range fights with this thing. It's really fun. It's actually a great build. But yeah, and the other 2 classes that I have, they're kind of like on the side when I'm playing normal Warzone or even Rebirth sometimes, is I have a restock class and then a ghost class. I really don't see a reason to use the Combat Scout perk. It's just kind of a stupid perk in my opinion. I don't know why it's a thing. And then Tempered actually is a really good perk. I might make a class on it, but I don't really see myself running Tempered that often in the game. Especially like Rebirth, where you need to get like one loadout for your Overkill class, and you get another loadout for the Tempered class. That really doesn't happen that often because sometimes you're just in a spawn die situation. So sometimes I'll get it, sometimes I won't. So I don't really have a class set up for Tempered. And that's basically it, guys. Hopefully I answered most of your questions within graphics, class setups, and mouse sensitivity stuff. If there's anything else I missed, just comment it down below. I'll be more than happy to answer it. But if you did enjoy today's video, make sure you like, and if you are new, consider hitting that subscribe button. We got a bunch of videos coming out soon, and I'm really excited for the new Warzone release. We'll just be frying it up, man. But yeah, have a great day, everyone, and I'll see you on the next one.